I met Sean about, he did the math, about 9 years ago, going on 10. Met him at a T3. I was about 16, and he pretty much helped jumpstart my whole dog training business career.
Did you notice any like differences from when you met Sean at T3 to now for the Shadow program?
Yeah, the dude got muscles now, man. he's killing it. You know, with a tail too. No, I'm kidding. No, I mean Sean hasn't changed much. I mean, still really inspiring man. You know, it's just knowing his story from when I first heard it. It, believe it or not, has actually played a huge role in just everything. Just everything for me. It's like, for me, I just need to know, like, when I heard his full story, like how he started an apartment, all that stuff. For me, it's like, it's been done. That's all I need to know. It's been done. So like, it's been done once. Like, someone can do it again.
Yeah.
So that's that. His story specifically definitely resonated more for me because it was more along the direction I was heading in, or wanted to head in. And it was like the same similar struggles, similar story. So it was something I definitely resonated with.
Yeah, like when you show up to train with somebody who you hold in such high regard, to know where they started and to know that they're a real human, right?
100%.
And that, like you said, it's been done. Like that somebody can literally make it out of a place that most people never even try to get out of.
And I think coming from a environment where there's very little low expectations, you know, one, success, but two is just living. You know, I come from an environment where I've seen people with his story still in that story, you know, so seeing someone that can definitely persevere and really create such a wonderful empire.
Yeah.
It's different when it's just, you know, you and three other people, long hours and going into like the descriptions and like I think one thing I took a lot from T3 was like how even to this day I still use a lot of similar analogies that he used 10 years ago, you know, so learning that stuff when I get asked certain questions or something from clients, I mean I have my own way of answering, but it's good to see like what's he putting out, why, because it's working, you know, that definitely helped me out.
Anything surprising spending the whole week with Sean?
How much of it just, he's a normal dude. You know, he's a normal dude. You can see someone that's built so much, but still be human. Yeah. Still be human, still be
relatable.
100%.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it makes it fun. It makes it, at no point did I ever feel like I was being judged or outcasted or just, you know, looked at differently for maybe I do some things differently. You know, I never heard, no, don't do that, do this instead. You know, he just wanted to give out that information and we can choose what we do with it. And I mean, it's a lot of stuff I'm gonna tweak. I'm already like writing my notes, I'm tweaking how I talk and how I explain and how I train my trainers, you know, train my staff, train my daycare. It's gonna help.
Nice.
Big time.
How was it working with the TGD team?
It's fun, really fun. It was good for me to see, not just from a human perspective, but seeing from an owner perspective, like how he treats his staff, which, you know.
Yeah, because that's big for you, because you have staff.
I do, and seeing, I've never really paid attention to that. You know, I know there's basic human skills, don't be an ass, but, you know, big thing is like how he treats them, how he talks to them, how he gives them directions, the tone, like all that stuff is, you know, he talks to everyone, not different, but he talks to everyone that works for them. You know, I think that definitely learning how to be just in dog training. I mean, that's one of the big things I took is like how to be very soft, but also change it every time.
Yeah, leadership skills, for sure. Yeah.
My biggest goal was really learning a little bit more about the reactivity protocols, you know, safety protocols. Now I'm getting a bigger team naturally. I think it's definitely getting it's very easy for stuff for me, someone I've been doing for so many years, it's very easy to overlook, where for it can really get someone in danger. You know, like for me, that's being reminded by that, you know, not being like, oh shit, I forgot to tell my staff that, and now I'm dealing with a bigger issue, you know. That was a big goal, seeing that stuff. You know, I know, you know, he wasn't like on the agenda to go over personal growth stuff, but a lot of these conversations got deep. Like deep, and that definitely helped. And I knew that going into it, because I just know how Sean is.
Yep.
That's I think that's a big selling point. For me, it's like, it's not in the agenda, it's not on the curriculum, it's not on his Facebook, but you know, he's gonna help you figure your shit out. I feel like I made a mistake very early on. We had a big conversation about this, but like getting very technical, you know, learning all these like different words and terminology, and you know, that affected business wise, because owners don't give a shit about that. You know, I'm surprised they can even pronounce it. That's some, you know, some of these words and terminology. So like simplifying things, I think really hit home. I think I going back to goals this whole week. Sure, like really simplifying shit for owners, and I was already like gradually doing that and seeing phenomenal results, and you know, thank yous, and nothing decreased quality wise. So I'm glad that I was heading in the right direction, but I'm glad that someone that built so much, built it on simplifying, makes it very, very rewarding to know that I'm in the right direction.
Was there objectives that we just went over change over the course of the week?
Yes, yeah, 100%. I feel like a lot of my questions, I mean, the people I was here with, they asked really great questions. That stuff, you know, there were different experience levels, right? Which I think was really great. You know, there was no, and he created an environment where it wasn't supposed to be an ego thing. It wasn't supposed to be who's been training longer, who's been better skills, who charges more. It wasn't about that. So like people from that just, you know, aren't, you know, maybe a few years in, ask great questions that, you know, even me, I was like, fuck, like I haven't even thought about that. Like, it's a good point. It's a really good point. And even aside from like the actual talking to Sean stuff, just car rides, you know, we just bouncing ideas off each other. I think that stuff is invaluable. Simplifying things. Honestly, it doesn't have to be as complex as everyone makes it seem. And not everyone's goals have to be my goals. I think I started off coming into this where like I wanted all the answers, but I don't think I needed to have the answers that the questions I came in asking rerouted completely in a whole different perspective. And I'm like, fuck man, there's a reason why this guy's big. There's a reason why Sean. That's big. I'm here now, like you said, one day I'll be 60. And it's going to be a whole different conversation. So yeah. I want to be able to say I enjoyed life, and I think he's helped me really peel back the layers of like, why am I really doing this, and why do I really want to go in this direction when I really have an idea to go in this direction. So peeling back the layers, I think it's very, very big. But mindset wise, I think it's just quality of life, whether that means doing what I'm doing or make a whole different shift. He's made it a point where it's a program for everyone. It's not even just for new people or new trainers or people that have been doing it for a bit. I think I think he's had people from all sorts of points of business, and I think that's for you to be able to attract such a large range says a lot for your programs, says a lot for what you stand for. And I think one big thing I took away is that like, we're here for a reason. You know, we all have similar mindsets where we were attracted by it, by him and his mindset and how he not just runs business, but how he trains dogs, but how he problem solves, and how he puts pieces together in a way where it's not complex, but it's also not too simple. You know, where we're just giving people short answers.
What would you say to people contemplating coming out to the shadow program with Sean?
Just do it. Fucking just do it. It's probably gonna be not what you expected, but in a very good way. It's not something that's gonna be, you know, we're gonna be taking notes all day. It's like, it's very hands-on. You're gonna meet really great people, network, and have really good lunches. That's always gonna be good. And everything here is it's a learning environment. It's not something where you gotta put walls up and you gotta just, it's worth it. It's worth every time.